Welcome back to Cryptogains for another video. This is serious stuff that I'm showing you here. The most important videos that you're going to see. If you haven't seen my first one, check it out. This is the follow-up. I want to show you this chart right here, which is the 3-day time frame for Bitcoin. I've got two simple moving averages up on the 3-day. People don't show you this one. You've got the 100 3-day moving average and the 200 3-day moving average, right? I'm going to talk about this. It gives us a quicker picture of what could happen and what we should be doing in a quicker time frame. Because a lot of the times, or other people as well, if you watch analysis videos, we show you weekly, we show you monthly, which you have to wait a certain amount of time for them to play out. But this is the 3-day time frame, which means things can happen a lot quicker. We can start preparing a lot quicker as well. And as you can see here on these moving averages, the 100 and the 200, we are breaking this green line. And it's not pretty that it's doing this. If anything, we need to see a massive strong wick come back up, buy pressure come up and hover us above this green line, which if you look at the right hand side, it's about $78,000. I was saying in the last video between 77,500, but I tell you what, should we get to about 78,000, 78,500, that's more confirmation that actually this market can still go. Yeah, that we can still have legs in this market to then see a further push up, get us to where I believed we could possibly have gone, which is up here. You know, the most important thing as an investor, as someone that, invests in crypto or stocks or whatever it is you have to learn to move with the market. Many people do not know how to move with the market conditions. You set yourself a time frame or you hear a time frame and you say, oh, okay, because this person said this, or I'm thinking this, so I'm just going to wait till this to see what happens. Nuh-uh. You have to learn to move with the market. And this is what I do. And I'll tell you what, this is why you should seriously, more than ever now, consider becoming a patron. Because I'm moving with this market. And if I see certain signals that tell me that now's the time to get out, I'm selling everything. And I will sit out for 2 years. I might still be here, show you a few videos here and there. But I'm here to make money just like you guys. And I know when I need to be selling based on market conditions. I'm moving with the market. If you're someone that's confused and you don't know what to do, this tier right here, my most popular tier, unlocks all the posts. You won't miss when I'm selling, right? And I've been selling a hell of a lot through January, right near the top of the cycle. I was sharing many sell alerts, giving people in the patrons the opportunity to take profits near enough at the top of the last few cycles. Or just here, like back in January, all around here, right? So let's take a look at what's really going on. If we see, let me just have a look at this. Right, so it's similar to the last thing. If we have a few candles come underneath this, it's a warning sign of what's to come in the future. We might see a rally up, great, but eventually this shows weakness and that actually we will eventually be coming down and then come into this red line. And if we break this red line, just disgusting drops. You don't want that. Let's take a look at the past. Let's see what I did so we can sort of picture what's going on. Okay, so this was our warning sign. So I use it as a warning sign to say, if we break and we see a certain amount of candles underneath, that's your sign that eventually in the future we're going to roll over and come down. But the good thing with this is I'm seeing that second opportunity here as well. I see it in this chart. I see it in this chart. They're similar. But this is the 2-week chart. Remember, this is the 3-day chart. The 3-day chart is good because it can give you time to sort of prepare yourself. Because if we do, put it like this. Let's have a look. So this is fallen below the green line. It's come and bounced around the red line, had a little piercing through, and then it surged up to eventually just come surging down. Let me just have a look at this. We break this green line, we come back up. So we didn't even touch the red line at this point, but we did come back up. And from this bottom, we saw prices come up roughly about, that's not the absolute bottom, 130% for Bitcoin on that occasion. Let's have a look at the other occasions when it surged. Because if there is a second chance, you're going to want to take profits on that second chance. And patrons, you will see when I'm selling if that's all we can get out of this market. All right, so from the lows down here, this went up as high as 63%. Let's have a look at the last one. So this was your warning signs on the 3-day time frame that candles are broken underneath, and these 2 to 3 candles, you come back above. Look, this is our second attempt to come back above. 50% pump, so that rises 50%. There's a good chance to sell. Between 50 and 60% seems to be the modest sort of number if we are to see a sort of almost like a relief rally, but it might be a fouled rally if it can't come above its second high. right? Because what I'm looking here is that it comes up, but it doesn't come higher than its last high. So these are the things I'm looking for. Let me just look at the last prior one right back in this is 2014, guys. So look, we see candles underneath, right? There's your sign. You've got the wick, comes back up, it finally pierces down. There's your sign of all the candles underneath the green line. And from here, we get a massive, well, I say massive, 60% pump. So between 50 and 60% pump is something that we could maybe consider thinking of or taking into consideration if we are to come down and see at least 2 to 3 candles underneath here. I think 3 candles, for me, 2 to 3 candles would confirm that actually we're not going to see a higher high anymore. You've missed the top. The top was here. Actually, if you like, which sounds absolutely crazy, this sounds crazy, but actually the top would have been here when I took original profits in the past. And you're going to, oh, hold on, your horizontal line. And you're going to be like, really? How can that be considered the top when this was the top here? You can clearly see it with your eyes. Well, this was where the most excitement lied. This is where the most euphoric lied. This is where the whole, I turned crazy money from DiCaprio cheers. Caught it at 11K cap, went to like 30 million. It was 2,000x returns. That was mad euphoria. And that happened all about here at the same time where I said, you know what, guys, maybe I should consider taking something off the table. Well, that was happening through there, actually. But this was the most euphoric phase. And you just say, well, no, this just can't make sense because this is the highest part. Well, let me just quickly flip one of these to a weekly time frame. Can I grab up, this is it right here. Is this it? No, actually, I'll change it to the monthly time frame so you can see. Well, actually, no, this is good. Look, the weekly time frame shows the most euphoric moment on this RSI. Look at where it was mostly overbought right here at that time that I was telling you. It's same chart, just weekly time frame right here. And actually, if we flip this to the monthly, let's see on the monthly time frame where the RSI was highly overbought. Right here, look, right here again, showing you that month of mad euphoria. Actually, we came close to it here as well in these parts. So I would have loved to have seen, and I still believe that there's a chance that we could bounce and turn around and come back above and see one more crazy high. But in order for that to happen, we have to see a few things come into play. Let me switch this back to the weekly, right? So for this one, like I showed you before, we have to get back above the orange line, which is about 77,500. I would be more happy if it was 77,800. If this comes back above this green line, I said 77,000. 78K. 78K. This is 78,369. I want to see us above this. Watch this chart here. So this is similar to the one I just showed you. It's showing us like a second chance, meaning that when we break this this orange line, so we've got this blue channel, right, with the orange in the middle. When we break it, we get 2 candle confirmations. This works similar to this one, the 3-day one. The only difference is you're looking for 2-day confirmations on that. Sorry, 2 candle confirmations. Whereas this one, you can see a few candles to confirm it. So here's your break of the green line, right? We've come up, look, falling down. This green line's coming round. We're breaking it. And you've got at least 2 to 3 of these chart candles, price action underneath, which says, you know what, this could be it. You're waiting for that second chance to rally up, which again, that was 130%. I told you in the past, 50 to 60%. So if we're going to see a second rally up after having a few candles underneath, how high can it come? Well, let's go on the basis that a few candles. Let's just, as a rough example, right? Let's just, what can I take as an example? Actually, I will just draw it like this because you don't really know what's going to happen. Let's say for the next candle comes up and then we see another candle back down. Oh, that was terrible. We see another candle back down. Oh, I'm trying to draw, and then we see another candle up. Let's say it does something like this. If you've got 3 candles, I would expect a 50-ish% pump from this area here. Which from the lows, which it could go lower, by the way, but let's say this is an area, a 50% pump from here will put Bitcoin at let's have a quick look. It does make a new high, guys. It makes a new all-time high. It makes a new all-time high. It puts Bitcoin at $113,000, which at that point would just shock a lot of people. Everybody would think we're going to the moon. Where did the 60% put us? This is based on it being here, right? This is based on this wick getting bought back up I know it's not even based on the wick getting bought. It's based on just staying underneath and printing candles underneath. So where would 60% put us? Because I said 120. So 60% puts us, well, I said 122. 60% puts us at $120,000. If we are to see a final rally come up and we see of that magnitude of 50 to 60%. So it could still reach round about the area that I'm saying. But it all depends on if it can hover around here, because if it comes lower, these come down, these come down, and you have to work with wherever these are and where the bottom's going to form around that time. Because if it's down there and you look and you see candles down here, you're talking 50% from there, which I can't even get to right now because obviously the screen. 50% from there puts it, well, that's 49%. Puts it at 108,000. So it will come and give us a triple top. 1, 2, triple top if it's round about here. I'm going to have to bring a video closer to the time so we can see how much lower we're going to come off this green line. Are we going to get bought up this week, which is what I hope, so we can continue to surge? Or is it done and are we going to start to see loads of candles underneath? I will keep you up to date of that. But I'll tell you what, you do not want to miss when I'm selling, because one thing I've learned in investing in crypto is you have to learn to move with the market. I can set myself targets and goals and timelines to when I think things are going to happen. But if the stock market's crashing and everything's crumbling down, I have to move with that market sentiment. And this is what it's telling me right now. It's telling me that things are looking ugly, but there's still hope for a final push up, which is what we've seen, which this might just be a relief rally or a failed attempt rally, which will then after that come surging down, right? So I'm going to leave it here. Stick around to the channel. I'm going to show you this. I think maybe I need to bring a lot more analysis videos over the coming days so you can see what's going on. Patrons will see when I'm selling, if I'm going to sell. Thank the universe for this coming up and, just being a wick. And then we start to see things really move and kick off. And what we've seen just now is just huge panic. People just scared, huge panic, sort of like the C19 event where it can turn around and come back above and things starts to go good again. Yeah. So I'm going to leave it here. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.
Never be defeated.